We were over at the sanding station. I was talking to a customer, and we were trying out the different sanders. And one of the questions we get quite a bit is, how do I achieve a high quality sanding finish to have a nice sanding finish without pigtails or swirl marks? And I think there's three secrets to it, in my opinion. At least it works for me. And the first secret, it's not too much of a secret. You just have to have patience. There's no way to rush the process. There's no way to hurry the process. It's a progression of grits. It's sanding um, across and up and down, and making sure that you're covering every inch of the piece that you're sanding, and you're not pressing too hard on the sander one way or another. You're not on the edge. It's just a process. And the second point is to make sure that you use a progression of grits to go through the sanding process, and you're not jumping large gaps in grits. I would say you're not going from a 100 or a 120 to a 220. You're going from a 120 to a 180, or 100 to a 150, and 150 to 220, and 220 to 320, and you're jumping up like that. So that's important. And then the last part for me is simply one of these. These, I will call it a piece of rubber, and we sell them. They're power sticks, cleaning sticks. It really is rubber, a special kind of rubber that cleans your sandpaper. And if you're trying to achieve a really nice finish when you're sanding, you could be using this every 30 seconds to sand your sandpaper, or not, to clean your sandpaper. I do that. I'm methodical about it. A lot of times if I'm sanding, and this is even if I'm sanding for hours, I will clean my sandpaper every 30 seconds or maybe a minute at the most. And that takes all the particles, all the dust, all the debris out from the sandpaper in between the abrasive points, the abrasive grits, and it really gives you, I'll say, a pigtail-less finish and a swirl-less finish, because you've got clean sandpaper to work with all the time, and that's important. So, these are maybe 10 bucks, and I think they last for years. It's hard to go through one of these, but I keep one on my sanding station. We keep one out here. It makes your sandpaper last so much longer. It makes your finish so much better. If you haven't used one of these, it's a simple product that you've got to try.